enjoy this. My birthday was Monday. Now I finally get to go home and enjoy it with some Burger King. Here I come, baby! Yeah. Burger King! Yeah. Burger King! Yeah. Yo! And talk to Bob Bear, because he's my man. Don can't kiss my ass.
What's up, boxing world? What's up, people? What's up, fight fans? Interesting news just breaking. And aside from going to bed, because it is late, it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, I just thought I would talk about it very quickly. And get your guys' opinions on it, because I think it's massive in terms of heavyweight boxing anyway. Look, heavyweight boxing really for the last year or so has been dominated by Anthony Joshua. I think he's been all the headlines. He's been the guy that's going to resurrect heavyweight boxing. He's been the main man. He's been the go-to guy. He's the cash cow, right? He's probably, with Floyd Mayweather retiring and coming back, whatever, but with Floyd Mayweather kind of gone, let's be honest, after this Conor McGregor fight, I think he's the biggest name in boxing, Anthony Joshua. But he's not the only heavyweight champion out there. I think people forget Joseph Parker's got a title. Yes, it's a title that not many people are gunning for. If you're a top level heavyweight, look, he's fighting Hughie Fury next. Hughie Fury's got the opportunity to get that title, so you know what I mean. But the guy that's had the heavyweight belt for what, 3 or 4 years now with Deontay Wilder, he's got the WBC belt. That's the biggest belt in boxing for me, the WBC. And look, I personally, on my boxing channel, given him numerous amounts of stick. I mean, he's been put in the boxing basement. I think, as a boxer, I think he's very, very underskilled. I think he has good attributes that he doesn't use. I think he's got a really poor jab, but he's got serious knockout power. We can't deny it. I mean, you just can't deny it. But Bermane Stiverne, I think, is the only guy that's been distance with him. So I think this is his, what, 39th fight coming up. So in 38 fights, he's knocked out 37 people. And I think 25 of them could be in the first round. Something ridiculous like that. So he has got power. But when you look at his resume, there is no one on there that we would say is in the top 10. No one. Well, his opponent that he's fighting, or rumoured to be fighting next, certainly is. That's Luis Ortiz. And that's a guy that I've openly said is the most skilled heavyweight out there right now. It's a guy that I've openly said beats every single heavyweight out there right now. I've openly said it. And I'm not going to change the tune because he had a couple of bad or dud performances. I think he didn't look good against Malik Scott, and he didn't look even good against Britain's very low-ranked Dave Allen. Sometimes it just happens like that. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes for boxers, and I'm not making excuses for it. I'm just trying to say sometimes that happens. And I think those two performances have almost got him this fight. I think Deontay Wilder wouldn't have taken this fight if Luis Ortiz looked ridiculous in those fights. I think Luis Ortiz hasn't looked too great, and I think Deontay Wilder said, sign me up. Sign me up. And it almost reminds me a bit of Canelo GGG. GGG, before Danny Jacobs and Kell Brook couldn't, there was no chance he was going to step into the ring with Canelo. Didn't look good against Kell Brook, looked okay against Danny Jacobs. Canelo has signed that contract as quick as you can imagine. And I almost feel like it's something similar here. And it's weird because there was a lot of talk about Dillian Whyte, Deontay Wilder. Dillian Whyte was goading Deontay Wilder, saying you're a bum, you fight nobody, you're a, pardon my French, call him a pussy. And you're almost thinking there must be something going on behind the scenes. I mean, come on. Deontay Wilder must have a big fight coming up. I honestly didn't believe it was this. This is a very, very, very risky fight, Deontay Wilder. I'm not quite sure what's going on with his mandatory, which is Bermane Stiverne. I'm not sure if Bermane Stiverne's going to take step-aside money. I wouldn't be shocked if he does. But I know for a fact that the Barclays Centre has been put on hold for this fight. I think it's rumoured to be around November. Deontay Wilder said something on his Twitter page like, I've got a big name coming, you guys are going to watch out, or something along those lines. And this is the name, people. Luis Ortiz, who I think is the best skilled heavyweight out there right now, against Deontay Wilder, who I think is not very skilled. So this is going to be, can Deontay Wilder figure out Luis Ortiz? I don't know if he can. Can Luis Ortiz take Deontay Wilder's power? I'm not sure if he can. But regardless, we have got two guys in my top 5 that are going to square off. And my top 5 consists of Andy Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Vladimir Klitschko, Luis Ortiz, and if he doesn't come back, Tyson Fury. That's my top 5. So we've got finally number 3 against number 5, number 3 against number 4, if you look at the rankings. For me, we've got number 1 against number 3. And I can't wait. I am super excited about this one. Deontay Wilder finally steps up against someone that we consider a legitimate opponent. And I think he's trying to prove the doubters wrong. And let's be honest, if he beats... Look, Andy Joshua is probably going to fight Vladimir Klitschko again in November. Luis Ortiz is probably going to fight Deontay Wilder, from what we're rumoured to believe, in November. The winners face off against that. I don't care what way it is, we've got some great heavyweight action. And I pray to God it's Luis Ortiz that beats Deontay Wilder. And I pray to God it's Luis Ortiz versus Anthony Joshua. I really do hope that. Remember, Luis Ortiz was with Matchroom. I think he signed a couple of fight contract with Matchroom. Matchroom probably just didn't think he was good enough. Didn't think his fights were entertaining. Didn't think there was anything they could do in terms of promotion with him. Obviously, Cuban. There isn't much of a Cuban following in Britain. So I get it was going to be very difficult to promote him. But I think there's still something there. He probably is approaching 40 now. But he's taken no damage. And we saw what he did when he stepped up against Bryant Jennings. At that time, a legitimate top 10 heavyweight. Blew him away. This is a fantastic fight. Leave your thoughts below. Who wins this, big boy?